This fake Ronaldo clone almost got arrested cause chaos at a soccer stadium. Fans believed he was the real Ronaldo, rushing to take pictures and ask for autographs. Things got even wilder after the game ended. Fans kept swarming him for selfies, and he even showed off Ronaldo's iconic move. But when the crowd realized he was an imposter, their excitement turned to anger, and some even tried to attack him. Fortunately, he managed to escape without serious injury. So if you want to meet the real Ronaldo, subscribe now. Ronaldo laughed at IShowSpeed because of what he did in public. We've all seen that iconic prank Ronaldo did in Spain, where he dressed up as a homeless guy and showed off his football skills. Well, when Speed saw it, he wanted to recreate it to see how people would react. So he dressed up just like Ronaldo and went out in Madrid to do the prank. But things didn't go as planned. First, Ronaldo dribbled past a guy in a suit. But when Speed tried it, he lost the ball quickly and ended up dropping his pants. At one point, Ronaldo asked for a girl's number. And when Speed did it, the girl laughed at him and walked away. Then, Ronaldo started showing his skills to some random people. But the problem is that Speed doesn't have any skills to show. Ronaldo balanced the ball on his neck and laid on the road. But when Speed attempted it, he couldn't even keep the ball up for a second. Speed got so embarrassed that he had to give up. Seeing this, Ronaldo couldn't stop laughing. So if you think Speed is funny, comments red hearts. Celine met IShowSpeed, but it turned into a nightmare she never saw coming. When Speed visited Belgium, he invited Celine to join his live stream. Their first stop was a cozy Waffle House. As they waited in line, Speed suddenly began barking like a dog, drawing awkward stares. Celine, feeling embarrassed, gently told him that Belgian culture is generally calmer than what he might be used to. Hoping to turn things around, Celine took Speed to a science center for some fun experiments. Speed's first challenge was trying to ride a bike with square wheels. Despite his enthusiasm, it didn't go smoothly. Next, they prepared to make elephant toothpaste. The instructor warned Speed to stand back after pouring the chemicals, but being his usual energetic self, Speed ignored the advice. Within seconds, a massive foam eruption covered him, completely ruining his prized Ronaldo shirt. Celine thought the chaos was over until Speed spotted a sleek car outside. Wanting to impress, he jumped in and decided to show off his drifting skills. But instead of a perfect drift, he crashed straight into Celine's parked car. Realizing his mistake, Speed quickly apologized with a heartfelt hug, leaving Celine wondering how what should have been a fun day went so wrong. If you feel bad for Celine's comment red hearts, Ronaldo broke down in tears after witnessing a recent heartfelt gesture by Georgina. A viral video captured Georgina with Ronaldo's eldest son Junior, showing her genuine care. While waiting at the stadium for Ronaldo's presentation, Georgina noticed a tiny mark on Junior's face. She leaned in and gently wiped it off with her hand, a simple yet touching act that melted hearts online. Viewers were quick to praise Georgina, saying that although she is not Junior's biological mother, she treats him like her own. This deeply moved Ronaldo, who remembered how many women from his past only cared about his fame and wealth. But Georgina is different. She truly cares for Ronaldo and his family. If you believe Georgina is a perfect partner and mother figure, comments red hearts. Ronaldo cried so much after finding the truth about IShowSpeed. So we all know IShowSpeed is the biggest fan of Ronaldo, and ever since Speed was a kid, his dream was to meet Ronaldo. So Speed did so many things to get Ronaldo's attention. First, he bought a rare Ronaldo watch for $60,000 and custom made a Ronaldo chain for $100,000. Then Speed bought a Lamborghini car with Ronaldo's picture on it. He even tattooed Ronaldo's face on his arm. But even after doing all of this, Ronaldo never noticed him. However, recently, on Speed's birthday, his friends DCD'd to surprise him by bringing Ronaldo. Speed was over the moono, but soon realized his friends were pranking him with a fake guy who just looked like Ronaldo. Speed got super disappointed and started crying. This video quickly went viral, and when Ronaldo saw this, he felt bad for Speed and decided to meet him. Speed's dream finally came true. Ronaldo gave him a big hug. So if you feel happy for Speed, comments red hearts.
MrBeast cried so much because of Ronaldo. MrBeast, the boss of YouTube, but Ronaldo made him cry. He broke every football record out there. 5 Champions Leagues, GOAT status, billionaire life. Wasn't that enough? But no, now he's breaking YouTube records too.
Ronaldo, you're the greatest football player to ever live. You won, what, 5 Champions Leagues, 4 more points than everyone else.
MrBeast was like, bro, can I keep one thing? Just one? And Ronaldo, he smiled and said, yes, I'll stop.
Can you let me have the one thing I'm good at, Ronaldo?
Yes, I'll let you.
But guess what? He didn't stop. He's still chasing, still rising. So the real question is Ronaldo taking over YouTube now too? Comment what you think. And don't forget to subscribe before he breaks this record too. Why Ronaldo hates this poor girl so much? Because of what she said after Ronaldo lost to Morocco in the 2022 World Cup. Ronaldo got emotional and started crying. But after Ronaldo left the stadium, the Morocco fans started talking trash. But this one little girl made Ronaldo lose control.
He's crying? Is he crying? Oh, man.
Portugal airport is that way. And where's Ronaldo? He's crying in his car. Poor Ronaldo.
But after that girl went viral, Ronaldo fans attacked her and they took it way too far, making little girl delete her social media. But if you're still on Ronaldo's side, comments, red heart and subscribe. We've seen Ronaldo get emotional after losing games, but why did he burst into tears in the middle of an interview like never before? This is truly heartbreaking. Recently in an interview, the interviewer showed Ronaldo a video of his father talking about him, which was filmed a year before he died. Seeing this, Ronaldo couldn't hold back his tears because his father always believed that Ronaldo would become a great football player.
Did he ever tell you that he was proud of you to your face?
Yes, he said that. And he knew it that I will be a football player.
But unfortunately, in 2005, just after Ronaldo got into his professional football career, his father passed away. He never got to see how great his son has become. He never saw Ronaldo win awards or trophies. Just imagine your father believes in you, but when you finally succeed, he's not there to witness it. I can only imagine Ronaldo's pain. So if you also feel bad for Ronaldo, like this video.
Ronaldo screamed at his fans and made them cry, because during the 2020 Euro Cup, a bunch of fans found out where Ronaldo's hotel was and decided to wait outside for Ronaldo. But after Ronaldo arrived to the hotel, all the fans started screaming so much and begging Ronaldo for his autograph. But this one fan took it way too far and Ronaldo absolutely lost it. So if you want to meet Ronaldo, comments red heart.
You won't believe the real reason Speed and his Korean girlfriend Amy broke up. It all started when Speed randomly met Amy in Korea and she ended up joining one of his streams. Fans adored her because, unlike other girls he'd streamed with who only cared about clout and money, Amy genuinely treated him well. That stream blew up and Speed invited her back for more. Things got so emotional that Speed even cried when she had to fly back to Korea. But everything fell apart when Speed collabed with a female barber for a stream. While getting his hair cut, he tried calling Amy, but she didn't pick up. The barber took shots at Amy for ignoring his calls and even made racist remarks. Amy
literally, you can't call someone your girlfriend when you're not communicating on a daily basis. Maybe he's just using me for content.
Me for views, she said. Speed eventually admitted he faked the relationship for content and never had real feelings for her. He apologized to the fans who cared about their relationship. But do you think Speed should stop using girls for clout? Like this video. This moment broke the internet. Cristiano Ronaldo, strong, unstoppable, a legend. But here, he was just a son. Growing up in poverty, his mother, Dolores, sacrificed everything for his dreams. Tears, hunger, struggles, but she never gave up. Years later, as thousands cheered for him, Cristiano saw her, his mother, in tears. His reaction? Unforgettable. No trophy, no fame could prepare him for this. The man who fights giants, shattered by one sight, his mom's pain. Because behind the GOAT is the woman who made him. This is more than football. This is love. Comments red heart if you love Ronaldo. IShowSpeed cried so much after finding out how unlucky Ronaldo is. We all know how much Speed loves Ronaldo. One day, Speed watched a video about Ronaldo and found out that in 2005, just as Ronaldo was starting his professional football career, his father sadly passed away years later. Ronaldo became the best player in the world, winning countless trophies and breaking records. But no matter how much he achieves, he is never lucky enough to share his success with his father. Seeing this, Speed felt bad for Ronaldo because he never knew this before.
It's okay, Ronaldo, I'm here for you. I love you so much.
If you also feel bad for Ronaldo, comment red hearts.
I yelled at Cristiano Jr. so badly, and you won't believe the reason. It happened after one of our training sessions. I was tired, cooling down, when Junior walked over to me. He had this serious look on his face, no usual smile, no jokes. just quiet and focused. As a father, I knew something was up. I asked him, "What SIP's going on, son?" He stood there for a second, then took a deep breath and said, "Dada SIP's this girl I like. I want to ask her to be my girlfriend." Now, I wasn't expecting that. My mind was still in football mode. But I've been his age. I remember how it feels when those emotions start hitting you. Still, as his father and as someone who's lived this life, I had to give him more than just a nod. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "Son, these feelings are normal. I get it. But right now, this stage of your life, it's about discipline. It's about your future. You've got talent. You've got heart. But that's not enough unless you stay focused. My dream is to see you lift the World Cup one day." He went quiet. I could see the emotion in his eyes. He was thinking, really thinking. And then he looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "Dad, I'll make you proud. My main focus now will be winning the World Cup." In that moment, I didn't see a boy, I saw a young man ready to chase greatness. It wasn't about yelling anymore. It was about passion, about belief, about legacy. As a father, that hit me deep. I know how hard the path is. I know what it takes. And I also know he has it in him. So I believe that Cristiano Jr. can one day win the World Cup.
IShowSpeed and his dad have the funniest relationship ever. Speed's dad is a very chill guy, unlikely his mother, who seems to be very rude to him. Recently, while Speed was streaming, his private part accidentally got leaked, and fans started making so much fun of Speed by calling him IShowMeat. So Speed was having a pretty hard time dealing with the embarrassment. But his dad took it too far and made a whole song called IShowMeat to troll Speed. And the funniest thing is he even performed the song in front of Speed. So, if you think Speed's dad is funny, comments red hearts. Here are 3 secrets you never knew about IShowSpeed before. Did you know that Speed once got arrested? He was just playing football in his backyard when out of nowhere, the police showed up and cuffed him. It turns out one of his fans made a fake emergency call, tricking the police into thinking something serious was happening. Hearing this, Ronaldo really get worried about Speed. But Speed's mom came, she explained the situation, and they released him. So, we all know this, how much Speed hates Messi. But Speed actually has Messi's name tattooed on his arm. During a stream where he was blindfolded, a tattoo artist gave him a Messi tattoo. He freaked out, but in the end, decided to keep it. Speed and his dad have the funniest relationship ever. Recently, Speed's private part accidentally got leaked on stream, and everyone started calling him IShowMeat. His dad took it too far and made a whole music video called IShowMeat to troll Speed. If you love Speed comments, red hearts. Ronaldo lay on the ground, writhing in pain, and fans couldn't believe their eyes. It all began when Ronaldo lined up to take a crucial penalty. Georgina watched from the stands, her face lit with a proud smile, expecting nothing but a goal. Ronaldo struck the ball with precision, and it soared into the net. The crowd erupted, and Georgina clapped with joy. But then everything changed in an instant. An opposing player made a harsh tackle, sending Ronaldo crashing to the ground. He clutched his leg, agony clear on his face, and tears began to flow. Georgina's joy turned to horror. The medical team rushed over, carefully assessing him before announcing the worst. His leg was broken. A stretcher was brought onto the field. Ronaldo was carefully lifted and carried away, while the stadium stood in stunned silence, offering applause as a show of support. In the stands, his mother sobbed uncontrollably, while Cristiano Jr. looked on, frozen with fear and confusion. He needs your help with 2,000 likes on this video. Ronaldo will return even stronger. Imagine idolizing someone so deeply that meeting them feels like touching the stars. This is the story of Darren Watkins Jr., better known as IShowSpeed, a boy from Ohio. This story isn't just about fandom. It's about passion, perseverance, and the emotional power of dreams coming true. Darren's journey began like many others, in a small room with a big dream. At first glance, he seemed like just another streamer. But something about his energy, his obsession with football, and especially his love for Ronaldo caught fire on the internet. Millions began watching him shout Ronaldo at the top of his lungs, perform the Sioux celebration with every goal he watched.
It's you.
Así yo sí soy yo y quién eres tú.
Yo, Ronaldo, what's up?
And defend his idol like a warrior in a battlefield of opinions. But behind the loudness was a genuine young soul, one that found purpose and identity through the greatness of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, first off, this chair's kind of... Oh, okay, there we go. Anyways, yeah, this chair's kind of like broken, but, yes, I think Ronaldo is the GOAT, you know? I don't know if y'all agree with that on me, but... Yeah, everybody has their own opinions. But, yes, I do think Ronaldo's the GOAT, you know? He's my inspiration, you know? Even when it comes to YouTube, he's my inspiration.
As Speed's fame grew, so did his hope that one day, just maybe, he could meet the man who inspired him to be who he was. And then, it happened. In one emotional, unforgettable moment, Darren met Cristiano Ronaldo. The moment he laid eyes on him, Speed broke down, not out of shock, but from pure, overwhelming gratitude. This wasn't a staged celebrity handshake. It was the raw, tear-filled reaction of a young man seeing the person who had unknowingly changed his life. In a podcast interview later, Speed described the meeting as the best moment of my life. He couldn't hold back tears while telling the story. I felt like everything I ever worked for, every stream, every shout, it all made sense in that one hug. This wasn't about clout. This was about connection, a real human connection between a star and his biggest fan. It wasn't just that Ronaldo acknowledged Speed. He embraced him, called him my boy, laughed with him. For a fan like Speed, that validation was bigger than any sponsorship deal or subscriber count. It was proof that even the craziest dreams can come true if you hold on to them tightly enough. And this journey was never just about Speed. Through his antics, his energy, and his unmatched obsession, he brought millions of young fans closer to Ronaldo. He made people laugh, cry, and celebrate football again, sometimes in ridiculous ways, like when he jumped over a moving Lamborghini wearing a Ronaldo jersey just to impress fans. People thought it was a stunt, but for Speed, it was art, it was tribute, it was love. The world laughed at Speed, called him cringe, said he was just screaming nonsense. But what they didn't see was a boy using passion as his compass, using laughter to battle loneliness, and using Ronaldo as a North Star in a chaotic world. And the truth is, don't we all need someone to look up to like that? Someone who makes us feel like anything is possible. That's what Ronaldo was for Speed. And in turn, that's what Speed became for millions of others. A symbol of raw emotion, of never giving up, of loving something with your whole heart. In one of his streams, Speed looked into the camera and said, "If I can meet Ronaldo, you can do anything too. Just keep dreaming." And it hit differently, because he wasn't just saying it, he lived it. From a chaotic kid with a dream to a young man shaking hands with a legend. This is more than a fan story. It's a reminder that no matter where you start, no matter how crazy your dream sounds to others, with passion, anything is possible. So next time someone tells you your dream is silly, remember Speed. Remember the tears. Remember the hug. And remember that sometimes being a little crazy is the first step to making something truly unforgettable. If you love IShowSpeed comments red heart.